Michael Bisping's going to get mad at us.
Why?
He was mad that you're talking about smoking pot all the time.
Really? Mm-hmm. When?
A couple of days ago.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Why was he mad at that?
I don't know.
It's silly. Why would anybody be mad at that? Pot's awesome. Settle down, Mike. He talks about drinking beer all the time. Mike's always drunk. Like, they did this whole thing where he's talking about being in Vegas, and, you know, he was talking to GSP, and GSP is like, you're drunk. He goes, of course I'm drunk. I'm in Vegas. He goes, I just got here. I was drinking last night.
He said he doesn't put up all the time that he's drinking beer. Did you see this, Jamie?
Why can't GSP?
No, Bisping. Oh, but go ahead. Beer. You're talking about GSP.
No, well, no. Bisping was drunk.
Oh, okay.
And GSP called him out on it. Like, he said, like, you smell like alcohol. He's like, yeah, I was drinking all night. The fuck's wrong with you? I'm in Vegas.
Okay.
Well, why would Bisping be upset that I talk about beer or I talk about pot when he's always talking about beer? That's silly. Maybe that's not true. You sure?
Jamie?
You find that? Jamie's going to find it.
He's talking about you and...
He's probably just making fun of me.
You and Diaz.
Nick Diaz? He's probably trying to get a fight with Nick Diaz. That's probably what it is.
Maybe he's angling for a fight. I figured you would have seen it.
No, I love Michael. I think he's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
That guy's tough as shit, man. Can't even see out of one eye.
I know.
He's got one eye that's all fucked up. They filled it. They did an operation on it and then filled it up with oil so that it doesn't, the retina doesn't rupture again.
When so he's fighting GSP. When is that? Do we know when?
They do not have a date. They're trying to figure it out. But Bisping has said that if GSP can't make it by July, he'll fight somebody else.
Huh.
So he might fight Yoel
How old
Romero.
is GSP now?
Michael Bisping blasts Joe Rogan and Nick Diaz for positively promoting cannabis.
Told ya.
But that might not be real. Like, you know, by saying blasts, you'd have to hear like what he actually said.
I can't tell what it's from. It doesn't.
It's all clickbait nowadays. Anyways, right? It's bullshit.
So you might have just seen that. It might have literally been, he's probably hanging out with Joe Rogan.
So what's your prediction if Bisping and GSP fight?
Very interesting fight because Bisping's been a battler, a warrior for a long time. He's been very active, and he's a very like well-honed machine right now. Whereas GSP's been out of the loop for a solid 3 years.
Yeah,
no competition at all. However, he's been training the entire time.
Yeah.
So GSP is not a guy who sits around and gets fat and gets nothing done. No, he's constantly training.
Yeah.
But then again, he stopped because he was having memory issues and head injury. Yeah. I mean, he got hit in the head 800 plus times over the course of his UFC career.
In that Hendricks fight, he got hit in the head about 10,000 times, it seemed like. He was a mess after that fight.
Yeah. He's been a mess after a few fights.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Carlos Condit head kicked him and knocked him down. I mean, he's had some wars. Matt Serra knocked him out, you know.
It's weird. It feels like GSP, he's been the champion, but it doesn't feel like he's doesn't have that champion respect for whatever reason.
Well, it's because his last fight with Hendricks was super close.
Yeah, we watched that here.
Controversial.
I did the fight companion.
No, not to that fight. I was there for that fight.
Oh,
the
you
Hendricks? Were? Yeah, not Hendricks' last fight. I'm talking about GSP's last fight.
Oh, I was talking about Bisping Hendricks.
Oh, no, Bisping and Henderson. You did the fight companion for that one.
Henderson.
That's when Eddie Bravo went full Tower 7. Eddie got super drunk, was worried the Illuminati was going to come and get us. But
and I said knockouts were better than submissions, I think.
Well, a lot of people like it. But GSP's last fight with Johnny Hendricks was super close.
Oh.
Super close fight, and GSP retired with the belt.
Yeah, I thought he lost that fight. Just, I mean,
a lot of people did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
Either way, it wasn't like this big victory. It's not like the way he beat down BJ Penn and stopped him. And it's not. If he said, then I'm going to retire, I've had a great time, thank you very much, everybody would be like, yeah, we love you, George.
Right.
But instead, it was a close fight. So people are like, I don't know, man. I don't know if he got the belt.
Right.
Maybe should have went out with a loss there. Who knows?
But don't you think Bisping doesn't have that championship type respect?
He does not right now.
Yeah.
And the reason he does not is because he defended against Henderson, who wasn't really ranked that high.
Right.
And he really shouldn't have got a title shot, but it was a rematch of one of the most epic knockouts ever. Because Henderson flatlined him and then punched him in the head while he was down and flew through the air. And that's Henderson's logo now.
Yeah.
Henderson's logo is literally a silhouette of his body flying through the air, ready to drop a punch down on Bisping's unconscious body.
Yeah.
So...
And then who else has he defended?
Then he defended it. After he did that, he Who the fuck did he just fight? No, he's fighting GSP. That's the next fight. So he defended it against Henderson, and then the next title defense is going to be against GSP.
He didn't have one before Henderson?
No. He won the title by beating Luke Rockhold.
Oh, Luke, yeah,
Then
yeah.
he defended it against Dan Henderson, and now he's going to fight GSP.
Right.
So
Okay.
the thought is, how is this guy getting 2 fights that aren't
Right.
Luke, you mean, when you look at
number one contenders.
Luke Rockhold, Yoel Romero, who's the number 1 contender, who's fucking terrifying.
Which he should get the shot, you think.
Yoel should get the shot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, if you look at it in terms of who's the most viable contender, who's the guy that you would think would be the most threatening guy, who's the guy that might be the uncrowned champion, you got to go with Yoel Romero.
It feels like UFC is, I think, they're trying to find their way, their footing a little bit with no Ronda, no Conor, so they're just going after that big, what can we sell a bunch of pay-per-views for, and GSP's a big name.